Yo, you guys, this is Blacklist to the Abyss, and you're watching my super late review for Fairy Tail Chapter 400. And, listen, you guys, I'm just swamped with work right now, so this review is late, World Trigger is late, Hunter x Hunter is late, Big 3 will probably be late, Tokyo Ghoul will probably be late, the regular Magic High School will probably be late. I've got an exam on Thursday, and I've got 2 exams this upcoming Tuesday, so I just expect my videos would probably be late all this week and next week, so just a heads up. I'm just swamped with work, plus I've got duties I have to fulfill for organizations and stuff, so it's yeah, so just letting you know, this review is late, and don't expect anything different from my other reviews, because I'm just busy, super freaking busy right now. So yeah, but Fairy Tail Chapter 400. Acnologia. Alright, Acnologia comes down, starts causing trouble, and the Dragon Slayers, they can literally feel it coming. Right? They felt Acnologia coming. Even Sting and Rogue did. Alright, because well, I'll get back to that later. But Natsu, this guy was feeling especially bad because Lucy went and touched his forehead and he was burning up apparently. I don't know if all the Dragon Slayers had those same symptoms or if Natsu was only burning up because he's a fire Dragon Slayer. We never really figured out most of the symptoms that the others were feeling. It was mostly Natsu. But we transitioned from that to Margear. Alright, and this guy says that Acnologia is there because it wants to destroy End and prevent it from being revived. Alright, so that means that Master End is some sort of threat to Acnologia, which is interesting because these guys like serve Zeref, right? Like they're demons from the Book of Zeref. They're all for Zeref. So why would Acnologia, who's also for Zeref, want to destroy the master of this guild that is for Zeref? So like there's this interesting thing going on here. Master End. I'm really starting to get curious about Master End. You know, it's interesting. We've got quarrels going on inside the Zeref faction, if you will. So this is interesting. I'm curious as to what kind of person / demon End is, what its powers are, what it is about End that makes it a threat to Acnologia. Does maybe Acnologia feels threatened, like it might get its spot taken by... No, that's stupid. There's no way. End is so powerful that it could actually be a threat to Acnologia. And but when I say that, I don't mean like in a fight. I mean like in terms of taking Acnologia's position away from Zeref as like the go-to guy. But then again, maybe like I said, it is trying to destroy End before it gets revived. So maybe it is just that simple, and End is actually powerful enough to defeat Acnologia. But if End is powerful enough to defeat Acnologia, then how can Natsu beat him? Because Igneal starts talking to Natsu like telepathically and crap, and starts saying that he believes Natsu can beat End. So if Natsu can beat End, then End can't be as powerful as Acnologia. That just doesn't make sense. Okay, we all know Natsu isn't as powerful as Acnologia because Natsu plus all the other people from Tenro Island couldn't beat Acnologia. Alright, yeah, Natsu's stronger now, but he's still he just still can't compare to Acnologia. That's just ridiculous. This dude couldn't beat a normal dragon in the Grand Magic Games, in the Dragon King Festival. How is he going to beat Acnologia, the strongest of them all? You know, so, you know, this is just an interesting dynamic going on here. Hiro Mashima is definitely starting to get me invested in the story again. Alright, he really is. He's definitely getting me invested again. Alright. And the other thing that happens with Igneal, actually, is that Igneal says that he's going to deal with Acnologia. Alright. So, Natsu's chest starts to glow, and Igneal comes out from inside Natsu. Yeah, so I mean, I have questions, but Igneal said I'll answer your questions later. So yeah, but This does make a little bit of sense though, because this was built up, this was foreshadowed. Because if you recall, during the Battle of Fairy Tail, when laxus was the enemy, and Fairy Tail had to fight against them in the Thunder Legion slash Raijin, whatever they're called in Japanese, and Freed had those uh, what are they called? The not seals. There's something else. Well, whatever. The seals that Freed uses. He had those set up around the building that Natsu and the others were in, and he said that you can't get out of that seal. You can't get out of those runes. Some horn just went off outside. I don't know if you guys could hear that or not, but whatever. Um, he couldn't get out of the room. He couldn't get out of the runes. The rule set for the runes was that you cannot get out if you're over 70 or something like that. And Natsu tried to get out, and he couldn't get out, and neither could Gajeel. So that so it actually makes perfect sense that the dragons were inside, because the dragons are over 70 years old. So that would make sense as to why it is that the dragon slayers couldn't actually get out of the seals and the runes, because they had dragons inside of them that were over 70. All right. But if Igneo was inside of Natsu, that also makes sense for Metallicana to be inside of Gajeel, especially since he couldn't get out of the barrier. And also makes sense for Grandine, or Grandina, or Grandine, or whatever you want to call it, the Sky Dragon, to be inside of Wendy. Okay. Are these guys, are we going to see those two as well? Like, because Igneo comes out and says he's going to fight Acnologia, and he rams into Acnologia, and I was thinking, like, can Igneo beat Acnologia? Some people were saying that Igneo might die in this fight, but if Igneo dies, then there won't be anyone to give us those answers. So I was thinking, are Metallicana and Grandine going to come out and help Igneo fight off Acnologia? I don't think they're going to beat Acnologia, but I think they might make Acnologia retreat. And then the next time we see it, it'll be back with Xerath. Some pretty good reinforcements. So, maybe that's it. Maybe Grandine and Metallicana are going to come out and help Igneo fight off Acnologia. Yeah, and as to what I was saying earlier about Sting and Rogue, it was possible that those symptoms that Natsu and Gajeel and Wendy were having were because of the fact that they had dragons inside of them. However, Sting and Rogue don't have dragons inside of them because they killed their dragons. So those symptoms weren't because of the fact that they had dragons inside of them. It was just a dragon slayer thing. So I just wanted to clarify that. But yeah, we might see 3-on-1 dragons versus Acnologia. I think that would be really cool to see. Because Igneo is not beating Acnologia. Acnologia is the strongest dragon for a reason, okay? So Acnologia is not losing to just Igneo. But if Metallicana and Grandine come and back him up, then hey. Plus there's Master End. Where does Master End fit in all this? Master End has got to be revived at this point. You can't just tell us that this guy's a major threat to Acnologia and then just have him not be revived. Have him be defeated before he's even revived. That just doesn't make any kind of sense. Alright, so Master End is going to get revived. It is going to get revived. Probably while Igneo is distracting Acnologia. So, and while Sting and Rogue are currently incapacitated, they can't do crap. So I'm thinking Master End will get revived, and then it'll be like this 3-on-1 type of fight, like a 3-way, and it's just this has a lot of potential. This has a lot of potential, and Hiro Mashima has the skill in order to make this work. It's just a matter of whether or not he wants to use the skill, because as we've seen ever since the Grand Magic games, this guy has just not been trying very hard. Okay, there have been times when he has put in some effort, and the chapters come out amazing. They're just incredible, okay? But a lot of the times he just doesn't really try, and he's just like, oh man, let's turn Sting and Rogue good, let's turn Minerva good, let's do this, let's do that, friendship, effort, victory. Like he's in Shonen Jump or something like that, so sometimes when he doesn't try, it just turns out really, really bad. Freaking, Lecter, oh, Jesus Christ. Lecter and Frosh, and oh man. As soon as I see these cats, I automatically, my mood just goes like this. Happy, Charles, and Panther Lily I can deal with. Happy. It's tough to deal with Happy sometimes, especially after that crappy pull with Jackal a while back, with the freaking afro and crap. Nah, it is difficult to deal with Happy sometimes, but at least he's better than Frosh and freaking Frosh thinks so too. Nah, screw those two. Or Fro thinks so too, whatever. Nah, I'm tired of that. But what am I even talking about? I got off on such a tangent. I don't even remember how I got on the topic of these cats. Well, whatever. That's pretty much it. I'm just rambling at this point. Overall, I'll give this episode, I'll give this chapter an 8 out of 10. It introduced a lot of questions and didn't really answer many, but so that's why I'm limiting it to an 8. Like, it was epic, coming out clashing with Jack and Loki, but at the same time, it answers questions while at the same time telling us it's not going to answer them for a while. So it just leaves you wanting more. But that doesn't mean it's a bad chapter. It's still good. It just prevents it from being great or amazing because it's just telling us, like, listen, I know you have questions and you're not going to get the answer right now, so just don't even bother. All right, but yeah, that's that, you guys. I'll give the chapter an 8 out of 10. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.